Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that is all over the news and has a real impact on millions of people. The US government shutdown, it's officially here. And you might be wondering, what does this actually mean for me? Well, stick around, because we're going to break down exactly what's happening, who it affects, and why it matters to you, even if you don't work for the government. So, let's start with the basics. What even is a government shutdown? Think of it like a household budget. If the people in charge can't agree on how to spend the money, eventually, the money runs out for non-essential bills. In this case, Congress couldn't agree on a spending plan, so the federal government has hit the pause button on many of its operations. This isn't just some abstract political headline. It has massive real-world consequences, and they started unfolding the moment the clock struck midnight. The most immediate impact is on federal employees. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of our fellow Americans, our neighbors, friends, and family members. Right now, over 750,000 of them are facing a paycheck freeze. Some are furloughed, which is a formal way of saying they are sent home without pay. Imagine suddenly losing your income, with no clear idea of when your next paycheck will arrive. Mortgages, rent, groceries, and car payments don't stop just because Washington can't get its act together. This creates immense stress and uncertainty for families across the country, but it gets even more complicated. Many federal workers are deemed essential, which means they still have to show up to work. Think about TSA agents at the airport, air traffic controllers, guiding planes, border patrol agents, and even some members of the military. They're required to perform their duties to keep the country safe and functioning, but they won't get paid until the shutdown ends. This is a huge morale hit. How would you feel working day in and day out, knowing your bank account isn't growing? This can lead to slower airport security lines and potential delays in travel. So if you have a flight planned, be prepared for longer waits. Now, let's talk about how this trickles down and affects everyone else. Love visiting national parks? Many of them will either close entirely or operate with a skeleton crew. That means no visitor services, closed restrooms, and unmaintained trails. This not only ruins vacation plans, but also hurts the small businesses in surrounding towns that rely on tourism. Think about the local diners, hotels, and souvenir shops that depend on park visitors. A shutdown for the government can mean a shutdown for their livelihoods. 2. The ripple effects don't stop there. Critical functions that we often take for granted are put on hold. Important scientific research projects at institutions like the National Institutes of Health could be stalled, delaying potential breakthroughs in medicine. The Environmental Protection Agency has to pause many of its site inspections and cleanup efforts, which has long-term consequences for public health and our environment. Even administrative tasks we rely on, like getting a federally backed mortgage or small business loan, can face significant delays. Programs that support vulnerable families, like food assistance and housing aid, might see disruptions if the shutdown drags on for weeks. It's a domino effect, where a political stalemate in DC creates real problems on Main Street. So, what happens next? The truth is, nobody knows for sure. It all depends on when lawmakers can reach a compromise. In the past, shutdowns have lasted anywhere from a few days to over a month. The longer this one goes on, the more severe the economic and social damage will be. It's a high-stakes waiting game, and unfortunately, it's everyday citizens who are caught in the crossfire of political disagreements. This really raises a bigger question about our political system and how these standoffs have become so common. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on this. How do you feel about the shutdown? Do you think there should be a system in place to prevent this from happening? Or do you have ideas on how it could be resolved? Drop your opinions in the comments, but let's have a respectful and productive conversation about it. If you found this breakdown helpful and want to stay informed on major news stories explained in a simple way, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue making this content. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.